McFarlane Warhammer 7-inch. We're going to make this into a Buzz Lightyear's right-hand man. Let's clean it up real quick. Let's give him a bath. After you give him a bath, let's throw him down in pieces. Let's paint him up and see what happens.
Here they are, primed in a dark charcoal gray, a mixture of white and black primer. After I was done that, I'm going in with the base now. Probably can't tell here, but it's of a bone white. I mixed up. I customized, mixed it because I didn't have bone, out of khaki and white, but not that white. I used Createx airbrush white, and we're applying the coats now. So it's getting there. All right, I mixed it up. It seemed to be working okay out on his chest plate. You probably can't tell down here. It's too bright. Oh man, you can't tell. Anyway, I don't color that looks to you, but real quick reference for just the video. It's coming out kind of. It's not off-white. I'm gonna have it. You probably can't tell. It's too bright down here. It's coming out more white than I want it to, even though I mixed it up with a off-white, as you can see there. This motherfucker. You can tell the difference. Obviously here, even with the light being so bright, there's a different white. So what I'm going to do is, it's taken. I don't know why. It's not really. I'm going to go with the khaki as a base coat, and then come back with it with my mixture. So right now, it's not looking the desired effect I want it to be. Hopefully you can tell on camera. Maybe you can't. It just looks white. It looks white to me too, but it's a very hint of off-white. I want a little more. I don't want Buzz Lightyear to be completely white. I want him to have like an off beige eggshell antique, a little lighter than antique white, but we'll see what happens. All right, it's a little loud down here because I got the dehumidifier on and stuff, but you can tell it's a different. It's a shade lighter. It's a lot darker than what I just had. You can see right there. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. Completely different now. Now I'm going to hit it with some of that original color I had. That off-white. Alright, I got it all taped up and masked. Got the green out. We're going to go with the green first. Masking off wasn't too bad, but I just don't really like masking, but I guess you got to do it. I just didn't feel like brushing it, so on to the green. So we got the green completed of the next phase. All I did is tape it off and airbrush to green, but the purple I just dry brushed on with the purple. Any purple will do, whatever your preference of purple may be if you're going to build a Buzz. Same thing up here. I'm not going to put too much purple into the figure because I don't know, he doesn't have a lot of purple anyway. Still, this is kind of the base coats. I'm going to go back in and maybe put some wash in it, but yeah, now we're in green. Now the next step I think I'm going to start to do is go in, hit all the pockets with black, or a licorice black, a little off black, then come over top with some brown. But first let's do the licorice black on all the pieces that we need to do first, like his belts and stuff. So that's the next step. Okay, all the black's done on the pockets and everything, hands, stuff. Still a little ways to go, but this is going to stay black. And I got behind the ankle here all in black. Open this all up, got all black in there. Took my time, got everything black where I needed to be. But this black on the pockets and then all the leather straps, like here, is going to be set up for. I think I'm going to give it a base light brushing of burnt umber to give it that old weathered leather look, and then I'm going to come back in with a lighter brown. I'm not sure yet, to give it a kind of a highlight, but okay, in progress still, but still a little ways to go. Got the purple done, getting it going, so we're getting there. So until the next one, until we hit the burnt umber on the next section. So we're done the brown. I used the burnt umber from Folk Art. Next, I believe I'm going to go in and go ahead and use the territorial beige from Apple Barrel. I normally don't like to use the Apple Barrel stuff or anything, but this is a odd looking beige that I really like to use for highlighting for leather. I'm just going to dry brush it on, If you're not sure what dry brushing is, you just take it very lightly, go on some sort of palette or napkin, get it off to, you know, where the point where it's almost gone, and then you very lightly go around and around and around and go, you know, away from the seams, you know, try to get the highlight spot, and then spot the highlight spots, and that's it. So here it is with the raw umber, and now we're going to go into the territorial beige. Okay, recap with everything done. Got the pouches done, buttons on the pouches. I got the gray, but I got to fill in some colors here on the circles. Got the gray all in spots where I need it to be, pretty much done. Got the backpack done except some wash up in here. Let's put some black down in there. That's pretty much done except from back here a little bit. This is done. Same thing. The pouches are done. The front here is pretty much done. I'm thinking I'm going to leave this green, put some wash from the skull a little bit, but I was going to go with a white skull, but I think I'm going to keep it green. Got some metallic copper in the back underneath the hand grenades, on top of the hand grenades. Put some wash in here, maybe dull that a little bit. Got some black here in the vents. That strap is done. When it comes to the head, or the head sculpt that I think I may use, I hit it with some white primer. Then I hit it with some kai. It's just a tan beige, any beige will do. Then I'm going to dry brush some white across it. I think the top where it looks like a mohawk, looks like a mohawk, is going to be purple, and then the side here, these little pistons or whatever they are, they're going to be green. And I did some face work, and some of these back here, maybe some metallics or some metal gun green, gray or something. And then for the sides, all I did for the side right here was did some kind of a green burst. Probably can't tell it's so bright back here. It's got to be purple around the edges yet. Still not done yet. That's kind of a green burst into the dark shading, which is not very good shading. Then I'm going to take the gun. I'm going to go completely black with it with some, and do some metal gun and all the little pipes and stuff. Either going to be bright neon red or neon green. And then I think for the other shoulder pad, I'm just going to leave this here and hit it with a resin matte. I don't know why I like it just plain blacked out. I don't know. I'm going to keep that way. But for right now, that's where we're at, and we'll come back when I'm done the head sculpt. Okay, the head sculpt's done. Got them all put together. Let's see what he looks like.
Okay, I'm going to run through with what I used really quick and really fast. Won't try to take up too much time. I'm trying to make these things faster. So what I started out with is some matte white from War Paints. Oh, this is the best matte white for me for a primer. Ever since my daughter gave it to me last year, that's all I've been using. So anyway, after that, after you get a good coat on that on there, I just went with a white, opaque that primer out, and then I taped off everything. Have you seen, you know, previous here in the video? Then I just went in with some Wicked Apple Green. I just thought that was kind of the green that I like for the Buzz. And then for the purple, I used a folk art. The folk art, I'm going to say a lot. Eggplant. I don't, you know, I was going to use the Create. It's just so, this is just so much, just goes on so much better with a brush. I brushed everything like on there. I didn't airbrush any of this on there on this piece. I just masked everything off and just took my time. And then when it comes to the grays down here, I'll get a little closer here in a second. The grays and stuff, that's very subtle through the suit. I just mixed together a black and a white from folk art as well, and just got the desired gray that I wanted. So that's what I did with the gray and the black. Of course, I don't have it here. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I always go with this one here, the licorice black. It's not so much deep black. It's a black, but it's just a odd black, and it's a matte. I use that for, you know, inside his elbows and back of his knees and stuff to get that, you know, that look, that how it came. But in the abdomen area, his stomach or whatever, and his pamper underneath that little bit of armor right there. So that's what I use for that. Now when it came to the browns, I just went over it with, I showed you in the video, it's raw umber for the brown. I don't have it here in front of me, but it's raw umber. I just dry brushed it on there, and then I went back in, put a little bit more black, but I used the same black here to maybe darken it up a little bit on the pockets. I'll show you here a second here a little bit closer. And then with the skulls on the pockets, I just used gunmetal. And then I don't think I did use silver one time on his suit, and that was here up top, that little dot right there. And I used it for the pins for the grenades. And I think that's it. And I'm going to not try to say so much, but I just used, this is a wonderful silver. Now for the grenades, I went with a olive green right here from Model Air for the right here, and under here you really can't tell all the time I took to detail that stuff up. You can't tell, but it's all good, man. Got to say every 5 seconds. And then let me see him spin around here real quick. That copper piece, I use just regular copper here from Folk Art, of course, because I love folk art. Now, any dark wash, I did use some dark wash on here from more army paint, and I went down the lines and the cracks of them, just subtle spots everywhere else. All the vents and stuff I used up here in the vents, and the vents in here, and the vents in here on here. That's still just straight out licorice from Folk Art. Real good stuff. It's user friendly. Folk Art's user friendly in my opinion. Now, I think that's it. Almost it. The brown on the leather and everything you've seen in the video. Outside of that, now we can get a little closer and talk about the gun. Let me see here. Let me get him out of the way. Let me get this out of the way. The gun, I don't know what I was going to do with the gun. The gun, I tried to go with, I was going to go with the glow-in-the-dark green and glow-in-the-dark like yellow, like I did with the Predator's blood on my one diorama I did. But I'm not sure, I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. It didn't work out as good as I thought, because I went and bought this today, this neon red. It's not, it was more like a pinkish orange, but whatever. But I wasn't happy. I'm still not happy with the gun. I just didn't want it to be green like his suit. I wanted it to be completely opposite in a way. But what I did was with the gun, after I put like 4 coats of this neon red on there from Folk Art, I went in with some transparent Createx. Not so much transparent. It kind of went to opaque, but it's not bad. I did go and I see where all the silver is on the gun, all the little spots and rivets and stuff. I didn't want to keep using my silver, so I said, I'm going to go out of the box and use my copper. And it looked horrible for me. It just didn't look pleasing to look at it. So it all sort of flowed. It just kind of didn't flow. I know that doesn't make any sense. So I went back in, and of course I went straight back to this everlasting silver from Model Air that's been lasting forever. I'm almost out, but I tell you, I'm going to use that forever. A little bit closer here, maybe. Now the head sculpt is something else. What I was going to use, I bought something online. I was going to use a head sculpt that I bought. I bought the Hasbro Deluxe Buzz with the 3 head sculpts. I'm going to do an unboxing on that and maybe do some comparisons. This is why I built this figure, so Buzz can have a companion. Well, his own army, so to speak. I probably won't do a whole lot of these, but I thought, let me see. Here, let me cut real quick. Let me go get the head sculpt and come right back. All right, we're back. Now that I bought that Buzz for the head sculpts because this is the same exact head sculpt. I just accented the skull on the face and just did some different colors. I didn't want to go all the way purple like Buzz traditionally has a purple head with a head with the mask on. Is that like right here, this Buzz? But I didn't want to go that route. I kind of thought that the white and everything, and you probably can't see on screen, but the whites are it's not exactly white. You could probably see on a head sculpt that that's white, and his head, his armor's not really white. It's an off-white. I got so many lights here. Maybe you can't tell, but it's an off-white, but it's white. I dry brushed some white on there. His backpack's a little bit toned darker than his suit on purpose. I'm not trying. I didn't do that by mistake. I could have just dry brushed the whole thing while I did it. As you can see in real life, it's a little different. It's a little dirtier. It's a little more beige. I kind of like that. But I got all the stuff back here and details in the back. Let me see here. What I did now for the ending, I don't want to keep on wasting everybody's time here. I'm trying to go quick because I don't want to. I'm trying to make these quick. But what I did was I used a satin clear coat on all the greens. I used a satin clear coat on all the greens, and then I had a rattle can from Craylon. I use rattle can for my mats. I'll probably switch over to a matte sat because this stuff really went on well. I just brushed it. You can't tell, like over here I got it. This shine, I mean this use a soft brush, nothing hard of course. But this stuff, wow, I'm telling you, I'm going to use that more often. And I was so scared to do it with a brush because I don't like really using a brush. So it worked out great. I brushed this with some matte resin from Model Air, and everything else is matte except everything's matte except the purple. Purple and green, it's all satin. So it gives a little bit of a shine. So that's about it. Not happy with the gun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But here we go. We're going to do some comparisons. Let's do some comparisons real quick. So here's the Mirrorverse Buzz. I'm not sure. This is cool, but it's not really Buzz. I have another Buzz I'm going to unbox and do another video with him inside with this, with the Buzz I got from a few weeks ago on sale. But this is not bad. It's okay. It's a very odd version of Buzz. Not really my favorite Buzz, but let's get out the real Buzz. Now, I know this is a huge comparison here, but this is the real Buzz.
Have you seen Forky? Where'd he go?
Now, that's my Buzz. That's my favorite Buzz. But as you can see, so much taller difference, even though that's a 7-inch. This is the 12-inch, or whatever, the original Buzz from the second movie, not the first or the third movie or something like that. Third movie, I think. But yeah, I got my Buzz right here. And let me show you a custom Buzz. I know. Okay, this one's tall. So this is my custom Buzz from the movie where he's taking out Master Chief. I know the diorama. It's a huge diorama. You can tell the difference here from the size of the 7-inch Warhammer to, I don't even know why I'm showing you this comparison, but yeah, that doesn't make sense. Let's go to Woody. Let's go to Woody. So we have the inexpensive Woody, the $10 Woody I bought a long time ago because I had another custom I did. So I decided to buy another one. Just you got to have Woody, right? I'm not really too much into Woody, but you got to have Woody. But anyway, I got to stop saying anyway. I noticed I said that in my last video. I got to stop the anyway and the ums because I'm not very good at delivering content when it comes to describing and stuff like that. But here we go. That's it. Warhammer, Buzz Lightyear, coming in. I probably won't do another one of these for a while, but I did leave the skull in a matte just to keep it different in the knives. I was gonna go like I didn't want to make them the skull bone. I don't know. Okay, here we go. That's it. That's all she wrote. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one.